if I write, it will be more understandable. 1 second. So let me take a pen. Suppose here I will go for some other slide. I'll go for one other slide. This one I will go. Okay. So in this, better you can do one thing. You just once you just switch on the other screen. Just switch on the other screen. Just move to other screen. Okay, I can quickly make you understand instead of writing here. Other screen is visible.
No,
Subhajit, other screen
no,
is
ma'am,
visible.
it is visible. It's visible now.
Yes, ma'am, visible.
Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
It is visible. Okay. So you see here. Some shadow is coming. 1 second. Okay. So if it is visible, you see it here. You see it here. Name is a character array. Okay. Name is a character array. So what we have taken is char name, then char name. 1 second. Char name, let's say 5. Okay. Now we are taking int I. Okay. So when you want to scan I %d, it means what? I is a memory. I is a memory location. Giving ampersand means I has address 10. So what you are telling to the compiler that go to the addressed location I. Actually, maybe beginning I would have told you there is no such I available in the memory. Are you getting any confusion? There is no such I written in the memory. There is one location which is allocated for I, but nowhere I is written. I have mentioned this in the video.
This conference will
now
now be recorded.
when you are giving ampersand I,
This conference will now be
ampersand I
recorded.
only should give the address, then only this 20 will be going and entering to the location I. Is that concept understandable by everyone? What I told?
Yes, ma'am.
I is not increasing anywhere. Okay. There is a location allocated for I, but compiler knows it is I, but it is not written. And we also know that we are entering the value for I. Okay. So you cannot enter any value in the name of I until and unless you are giving the address, like you are showing the path where you want to go. One simple example you take, when you are going to, when your friend is telling that you please come to my house. Okay, at that time if you tell that in my house I have 3 rooms, I have 4 rooms, 3 balconies, 1 kitchen, 1 dining, whether your friend will be able to come? No. What you have to give when she is coming to your house, you have to tell your house address. So similarly, some data is entering from outside and it has to be stored in the location reserved for I. So you are giving the address of I. Now in the case of scanf %s, when you are writing only name. Okay, you are not giving ampersand. Why you are not giving ampersand? You are supposed to give a address, but still you are not giving. Why you are not giving? Because name is one array. Name is one array. Okay, so this is 5 elements array. Now if I take the name of name, not that any index, so what it will mean? It will mean the base address of the array. It will mean the base address of the array. So whenever I am writing name, I am already writing base address of the array here. Okay, that is 100. Suppose the base address of the array is 100. Again I will tell, if I have one array of 10 elements and I am just taking the name of A, it means I am calling the base address. Suppose the base address is 10. So I am A means base address of the array. what you want here to write, you want here to write the address of the first location. So name itself is the address of the first location. That is why you are not giving any ampersand. But I does not mean address. I means the content of I. So you have to show the address location to the you have to show to the compiler. Okay, so in this case you have to give ampersand, but this itself is an address, so you don't need to give the address of the ampersand symbol. Is it understandable?
Yes, ma'am.
Dear students, is it understandable?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Please don't say yes if it is not. All of you, this question might not have come to your mind, but Shubhajit has asked, so you should also make it clear in your mind. Okay. Any doubt you can put in chat. Any doubt means you can put it in the chat box, or you can
Ma'am,
just
is this
unmute yourself.
applicable
And
for
let me know.
all array?
It is applicable for array. It is applicable for any kind of array. Okay, but the where it differs when you want to read the element. When you want to read the element of yes, it is applicable for array. It is applicable for array. Okay, but in the time of reading the element, you want to read the content of 100. So in the time of reading, obviously it is not, because friend is in your house. So now you want your friend to go out. So in this case, for okay, you asked for only scanning, no? Yes. Okay. So any other doubt you have? So we'll start with the next our today's just left out thing of C. See, I might have told you many other thing, but still, because of time shortage, we will not have that much of time to cover. If I get time, because C is the most important part for interview. Okay, so knowing C is the you can say I don't know C++, you can say I don't know Java. So in this training, mainly advanced C we are concentrating, because most of the question in interview comes from C. So don't think that ma'am has spent most of the time for C in the training. Only intention is I would have been happy if I would have taught C++ for another 4 days and Java for another 4-5 days, but which is not possible. But still I will be covering the important thing which will be asked in the interview. Okay, that part I will try to cover. Okay, Shujoy, thank you. You have written, you have understood. Okay, let us start with union. Okay, what is union? You see the syntax of union. It is just like a structure. Okay, it is just like a structure. So union employee, int id and char name 50 we have taken. Okay, now U1 is the union variable. Do you get any difference from structure? Do you get any difference?
Ma'am, here union
No,
keyword
ma'am.
is
Yes or
used
no?
instead of struct keyword.
Yes, that is simple. Union instead of struct. Yeah, very good. Instead of struct, you have union. But structure wise, we can't find any difference. Okay, struct in place of struct, only union. So U1 is the structure variable. So type def also can be done, but I don't want to complicate unnecessarily. My aim was to only teach you what is type def. Okay. Now int main we are taking, or you are taking void main, does not matter. Okay. Now here you see one thing. U1.id equals to 101. Okay. Now strcpy U1.name equals to Sonu Jaswal. Okay, you are copying the string to the character array, how we did last day. Now the question is, you are printing the value of id. What output you are getting? Your id is 101, but what output you are getting? You are getting the output. Let me show the slideshow. You are getting the output. What output you are expecting? Can you tell me first? What output you are expecting? What output you are expecting? It might be 101, and after that U1.name it will be Sonu Jaswal. Okay, that only we are expecting because we are used to with structure. Okay, anyone is having problem in this line? Anyone is having problem in this line?
Ma'am,
Tell me.
ma'am, ID and name result we have to expect it.
ID and name?
This was expected. Result.
Okay, so you are expecting here 1, 0, 1 will come, and here that Sonu
Name.
12 will come. That is the expected output we are expecting, but you see here it will not happen. What will be the output? See here, output is ID is coming as 1869508435. But employee one name is coming same. Why so? Why it is happening for union? Okay, let us quickly move to the second screen. Let us quickly move to the second screen and let us try to understand why it is happening. When it is union, the memory will be allocated to the maximum. Like better I will take a simple example, then we'll come to that. What is the syntax? UNION, union. Then you will be giving union name. Let's say union name is A. Then inside that you have one integer I, and
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, this is stop.
is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
I have taken one union, and inside union I have taken one integer and one floating point variable.
Ma'am, this is a black screen
Now,
Ma'am, this is a black screen now. Black screen now. Not visible,
What?
ma'am. Not visible.
screen is not visible.
Yes,
Now?
ma'am. Now visible.
Now?
Now
Now
visible.
visible.
Now, maybe due to some network issue it happened. Okay, sorry for that. Okay, so union A, inside that you have int I and float S. How will be the allocation if it is a structure? If it is a structure, the allocation will be how much? You forget your structure padding and all, because that has been suppose removed. So according to that structure, if structure padding problem is not there, so suppose if this is 2 byte, then floating point will be, I will take 2 byte and floating point will be taking 4 byte. So 6 bytes of memory will be allocated. If in place of union, if I am writing struct, that means structure. Okay, but if it is a case of union, what will happen is there will be only 4 byte of memory. Sorry, if I am writing here, only 4 byte of memory will be available. Question is why? When union type of data type is defined in stdio.h, at that time it was told that for union, whatever data members are there, among them just take the size of union as largest equals to the largest data type. What I told, you have 2 members in the union. So what will be the allocation for union is, when you will be taking one union variable, let's say u. So what will be the allocation for u is, for in the case of structure it will be 2 plus 4, but in the case of union it will be equals to the size of largest data type. So what is the largest? Here 2 are there, so larger data type is 4, whose size is 4. Okay, is this much understandable by everyone?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt? Any doubt is there?
No, ma'am.
Okay, if doubt is there, immediately unmute and let me know. Okay, so now in this case, what will happen is it will be 4. Now when you will be writing first time when you will be writing I, what will be happening? You are scanning I. You will be scanning I. Just format is like u dot I. I'm not writing again and again. U dot I and u dot F. First time when you are scanning I, what will happen? Ampersand I. So in this case, out of this 4 byte of memory, 2 byte will be occupied by I, because we are assuming integer takes 2 bytes of memory. Okay, so 2 bytes will be allocated by I. Is it fine? 2 bytes will be just unused. Now, the moment, okay, if you are printing now I, if you are now printing the value of I, what will happen? 2 will be displayed. But after that, again, if you are scanning the value of F, what will happen? You know, suppose F value is something, so F value will be overwritten on top of I. So F is a floating point, so it will be taking 4 bytes of memory. So whatever may be the value of I, the value of F, that will be overwritten. Like I will be overwritten by the value of F, because I have only 4 bytes of memory to store the scanned variable. So if you have scanned a variable previously, and after that if you are storing another variable will be replacing the value of first variable. Okay, is that clear? So first, if you are scanning 2 variables together and printing 2 variables together, you will not be getting the output from the first allocation. Like first printf will be giving you the garbage, second one will be giving you the proper value. Koshiki, any doubt? Koshiki?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, please once.
Koshiki, any doubt?
Once time. मैम प्लीज रिपीट वंस टाइम. मैम वहाँ से मैम 4 बाइट ऑफ मेमोरी फॉर फ्लोट.
See here, once again see here, screen is visible. Koshiki, screen is visible for all of you. Screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
See once again, you have taken one union and 2 data type inside. Okay, one int and one float. What will be the memory allocated for the union is, memory allocated for union will be to the largest data type present in the union. So what is the largest data type here? Float is the largest data type. How much memory float takes? 4 byte. So there will be only 4 byte of memory allocated. Now you are scanning I. Let's say value of I is 10. So what will happen? Suppose this is the allocated memory. So what will happen? 10 will be stored here. Even though 10 will not take 4 bytes of memory, it will be taking 2 bytes of memory. Actually, I should not write from left to right. It should be right to left. From LSB it will be filled, and rest of the values, how 10 will be stored or any small numbers will be stored, is all the 4 bytes, only 10 converted to binary, whatever will be the value that will be there, and left all should be equals to 0. It won't happen that when you are copying a value, all remaining thing will be garbage. It will be copied to 0. Before that there may be garbage value. Okay. Now when you are again giving some value for f, let's say 1.1. So what will happen? Binary of 1.1 will be replacing the previous value. So 1.1 will be stored now. Here there will be 1.1. Is it clear what I told? Because only 4 bytes of memory is available. So when 2 bytes is already occupied, and even if, okay, one more question. Okay, first you tell me your understanding. Koshiki. Akash. Abhijit.
Yes, ma'am, it's understandable.
Okay, Joy. Joy. Koinak, you may write it in the chat box also. Okay, Kaushiki, understood now. Okay, Ayush, yes, you have understood. Priyobroto, Rajiv,
Yes, ma'am.
Rita, Ritushri, Siddhartha, Shijuti.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Tithi, Vivek. Is it understandable? Is it understandable? Okay, very good. So now coming to this, so what will happen? Whatever. Okay, let me ask one question, one small quiz question I have not written. Suppose I have two integers in the structure. 2 integer and 1 float. Okay, I have 2 integer and 1 float. So what will be the structure memory allocation? 2 integer and 1 float. What will be the memory allocation?
Ma'am, 4 byte for the float value.
4 byte, because integer takes 2, again another integer takes 2, float takes 4. So among 3, who is the highest one? Highest one is floating point. Okay. So now my question is, floating 4 bytes memory got allocated. Now one integer value I have scanned, so it took 2 bytes of memory. I have scanned one more integer. This also took 2 bytes. So whether I will be able to see 2 to 4 bytes, both the integer? What do you feel? Yes, Kaushiki, 8 bytes. 8 bytes or 4 bytes, whatever you say, it's equal to the size of float. That is safer side, we can tell that. Whether it will be under, like both the values will be printed. What do you feel?
No, ma'am. Float value will
What you
replace
feel?
the 2 integers.
No, float I am not taking only. Float is there. Float, okay, let me draw the structure. Union, okay. Union P. In that I have int I have int j. Remember one thing, you must need to understand basic questions of union, because union structure is the part which we don't cover when we study C, like not much cover. So they will be taking advantage of that, and very silly questions they will be asking from union. So we should not be stuck in that. So now I am telling, I am scanning. It is according to format. I am scanning I. Let's say I value is entered by the user as 5. Now I am scanning. I am not writing complete statement. It is there on the screen how to scan. Then I am scanning 6. Okay. So in this case, my question is, now if I want to go for printing I comma j, whether I will get only 6 or I will be getting 5 and 6 both. Two options are there, because the memory whatever is allocated is for 4 byte or 8 byte, whatever you feel you consider, no problem, size of float. Okay, so what you feel? And we are assuming integer takes 2 byte. If float takes 4 byte, integer takes 2 byte. So what you feel?
It will be printed.
Ma'am, only 6 will be
Joy
printed.
is saying. Huh? Kaushiki?
Ma'am, only 6 will be printed.
Only 6 will be printed.
Ma'am,
No,
because
I
when
am
there-
scanning. Okay. Suga is also writing only 6 will be printed. Any more option? I need all of you to
Ma'am, 5 and
participate,
6
my
both
dear
will be
students.
printed.
5 and 6 both will be printed. Shumanto Mistry.
Ma'am, I think 5 and 6 both will be printed
Because? Tell me, Debarko.
Ma'am, because integer takes 2 bytes of memory and the whole size of the array will be 4 bytes. So 2 byte it will take, and that's why it will print both the numbers.
So the 2 integer values
Okay.
basically allocated
So
will
let
be
us think.
into that memory size.
Debarko, I'm not able to hear. Once again, can you please repeat? Shubhajit Cord wrote 66 will
As
be the
there are
output.
4 bytes placed,
Moina
therefore
wrote
2 integer values can be
56
allocated within that.
can be written. Okay. So the answer is only 6. Only 6 will be printed. And why only 6 will be? Why only 6 will be printed? Because when you are printing, let's say 6 means 1 1. Okay, 6 means 1 1. 6 is stored. That is why I had given you the hints. When 6 will be stored, remaining all will be filled with this. Dear students, there is no option that when 4 byte is allocated, 6 will be occupying 2 byte and some other value will be occupying 2 byte. When 6 is there, 6 only will occupy 4 byte. If 8 byte is there, in 100 byte is there, that full will be occupied by 6. How? Remaining will be filled with 0, whatever is the value. What I try to mean is 6 is the value stored in this full location. Whatever value you write after 6, that will replace 6. There is no division. You must know this concept for any type of concept. Like you have reserved for one integer, so 4 byte is allocated. It does not mean that you can store one character here and you can store one character here. That is not possible. Okay. So similarly, when you are storing one value, it means it is stored in the whole location. Whole everything will be 0. Compiler does not know it is 6 or 5 or 0 or 1. Compiler does not have any difference in the importance of difference, that what 0 and 1, like where is the difference between 1 and 0, just pattern. It knows the difference, but it doesn't know that you are storing one very big value, that is 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 n number of times, or you are storing 0 n number of times and then at last 1. Compiler doesn't have any difference that these all are 0. So let me keep that part away from the first number which is stored. Let me store another number in that location. That will never ever happen. Okay. So practical application of union, remember, is very, I will take your questions. Practical application of union is, can you give me one practical, Shubhajit, you got removed. I will be. Shubhajit, what happened? Shubhajit Kaur. Okay, I will be removed. Okay. Sorry. Yes. I will be removed and J will take the place of I. Okay. Can you tell me one practical application of union?
Ma'am. Hello.
Hello. I can hear Kaushiki.
हेलो मैम.
Kaushiki, I can hear.
मैम जब हम लोग x में असाइन करते हैं 5 वैल्यू, मान लीजिए हम लोग असाइन किए 10 वैल्यू, नेक्स्ट लाइन में हम लोग असाइन कर दिए हैं x में 12 वैल्यू, तो मैम x का जो 10 वैल्यू वो रिप्लेस होकर के 12 वैल्यू ओनली एग्जीक्यूट करे.
Yes, exactly. This is the same concept. Very good, Kaushiki. This is the same concept. You are assigning 6, so it will not think that how much part is empty. 6 was assigned, 5 was assigned, now immediately 6 came. So now 5 will be replaced and 6 will. It is exactly what Kaushiki told. When you assign x equals to 5, so x will be having 5. Now you are assigning x equals to, let's say 1. Earlier it was 150. Now it is 1. So 150 will be replaced by 1. So it does not matter whether it is big value, small value, whether one small value can accommodate or not. Even if you are giving a 0 value for x, still 150 will be replaced by 0. So this is the same concept. Now I am asking you one practical life example. One practical life example. Practical life example of union is hotel room. Can you explain me how it is?
यस मैम, जब हम लोग
Room
मैम
of
एक
the
रूम,
hotel.
यस मैम, हम लोग रूम एक रिजर्व करते हैं, तो उसके बाद जब वहां से चले जाते हैं तो दूसरा कोई आकर के फिर वो रूम रिजर्व कर लेता है.
Exactly. If suppose one double bedded room is there, I am alone staying, and Kaushiki is coming, it does not mean that I will accommodate Kaushiki. Whether she is one and I have taken a 3 beds, suppose 3 beds are there, but when I have taken, I will never leave until and unless I leave the room Kaushiki cannot occupy. Okay, so please remember the practical application of union. Okay, this is very frequently asked question, not usually, but in the higher like Infosys, Wipro, if you go, they will be just handling the union. Okay, they will be just trying to puzzle you with the union. Okay, so now coming to the point of array. If there is one array, in the first example, let's say there is one array, this is one integer, and let's say there is one integer array. So concept is same. 10 into 2 byte memory will be allocated. 10 into 2 byte. For that, no allocation because this is the largest one. Now, if you are storing 10 variables, 10 integers, and immediately after that, if you are scanning the value of I, even though 10 integers are there, it will be overlapped by I. So that is the thing. Now you can switch to your screen. That is the thing you can see here. So you will not be seen it printing. So ID will not be printed and name will be only printed. So only thing, just now conclusion is union, just 1 line, 2 lines I will tell about union. Union is just like structure. Structure of union is just like structure of union structure. Only difference is union keyword is used and their structure keyword is used. Variable declaration, type, def, accessing variable, scanning variable, everything is same. Whatever nested structure you have studied, nested union can be done. Nested union does not have much use. Okay, usually nested union we don't use. Why we don't use, you know, because anyhow the previous value is going to be replaced. Okay, so it's not having much application. Union is not having much application, whereas the structure, see, I'm storing so many data types, but I'm not able to access. What is the use of using union then? So union is not having much application, whereas structure has, but still we have the data type and it is interview important topic. Okay, so any other question you can ask me, or else I will start with the C++. Any questions you have, you can put it in the chat box. 10 seconds, I will be waiting.
No, ma'am.
There will be no case of overflow. Yes, overflow will never happen. But what do you mean by structure overflow, Shubhajit? Shubhajit? Structure overflow. There will be data loss. How data will be lost? Yes. That will be there. That will be there. Correct. That will be there. Okay. So, any other questions you have? Any other questions you have? Okay. Let us remove this and let us give introduction to C++ and Java. See here, this is, I don't know how much I can make you understand at this stage, but still before we shift to object oriented programming, I must tell you this. There will be some part which will not be clear today. By next day, day after, or from Monday or Wednesday, it will be clear for you. Okay, so you can see here programming paradigm. This you can take a snap, or last I will be sharing you, because few things may not be understandable, which while doing I will be making you understand. Can you just tell me one thing? How many of you are used to it C++? Like at least you have studied in 12th standard or sometimes.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Sujit, you have studied? You have studied?
Yes, ma'am. 12th standard.
12th standard you have studied. Oh, okay, very good. Anyone have you studied C++?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Ayush has studied.
No, ma'am.
Anyone has studied? I just want to know. Just
No,
10
ma'am.
seconds. Give a reply. Give a reply. Yes, ma'am.
No,
Devashish, you have studied? No. Okay. No means no need. I just want to know. Yes is very countable. So I'm very sorry, but I cannot do very higher concept in this, because I have to start from the beginning. But it's interesting. But object concept you need to first understand. What is object? Okay. Before we start, just let us go through first what is the difference between C, C++ and Java. As I will be covering Java part also, so I just want to give the comparative study based on those, because later again confusion will come. Where is the difference between Java and C? So what I did is I have made it like a full comparison between three programming language. Please, it's a request. Don't forget it. Please note it down, or please I will be sharing the slides at that time. You take it, but don't forget, before you go for interview, you must go through this, because this will tell you how many features, what are the feature wise difference between C++, Java and C. One more thing before I start, I want to let you know that C++ will not be much asked in the interview. Then the question comes, why should we study? C++ was not so much used in industry nowadays, like few days back. Okay, it was getting used, but Java Python had more demand, C Java Python. But nowadays it is again coming up. Okay, C++ is now getting used, and it will be getting used when you will be getting job. One thing. Second thing is, if you know one additional programming language, it is your very good very good advantage in the time of interview. You can say proudly that I am not restricted to C and Java or C and Python. I have idea for C++ also. So it is an added advantage, and people will feel that you have the interest to study. Then only you have go for it. So to get the added advantage, please go through this once. Okay. We all have studied, but for you it is removed. It may come back to your course curriculum, because it is used nowadays more and more. So it will surely come back in near future. Okay. So procedural language is C, whereas object oriented programming is C++, and Java is pure object oriented programming. As of now, you remember both are object oriented programming. Okay. Now the thing is, why it is pure object oriented programming? Because in Java, object is everything. Okay. In C++, object is everything, but there is some cases where you may not be using object. Your normal C program, if you change your scanf and printf statement to, if you change it to C in and C out, what I told, C in and C out. Scanf is, for scanf we will be using C in, and for printf we will be using C out. Okay, what I told, scanf and printf in place of that C in and C out. There is a symbol. I will be doing hands-on immediately just after this, because you can't understand without seeing the program how it is. Okay, it is an assembly language. Here it is
greater than and 2 less than sign.
Shubhajit, tell me, Shubhajit.
Ma'am, for C in it will be 2 greater than sign, and for C out it will be 2 less than sign.
Yes, yes. C in and C out, that 2 greater than 2 less than sign, that I will show, because if we don't know, have not seen, will not be able to understand. Third parties. You must have told me, ma'am, why you are doing this. Maybe it will be I will be just taking 5 minutes for that. It is very important for you to know that C was invented by Dennis Ritchie in 1972, which will be frequently asked question in the interview. Okay, whereas C++ as Bajornes-Stroustrup in 1979 to remove some there are so many drawbacks in C. Okay, one drawback of C I would like to tell you, which I will tell just when 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I'll be showing you the C++ class. At that time, you can understand that we cannot use function inside the structure. We can use all kind of data type inside the structure, but we cannot use function inside the structure. You can use pointer, you can use float, array, all those things, another structure, but you cannot use function inside the structure. That was a very big drawback of the function, a very bad drawback of structure. Okay, so to remove that drawback, basically C++ was invented. Then object concept came. Okay, so remember, James Gosling is the inventor of Java in 1991. All of you close your eyes. Think that these 3 names are written in your memory or not. Dennis Ritchie 1972, Bajornes-Stroustrup 1979. Year is also important. Okay, James Gosling in 1991. Okay, translator, which translator is getting used here? Compiler only. All of you can see the shared screen, that comparison. All of you can see.
Yes,
I will stop other screen.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
of you can see this. Okay, here only compiler for C, object oriented like C++ also compiler. But in the case of Java, you have interpreted language, compiler, class, interpreter. Okay, now where these all will be worked, that I will tell you when I will do Java. First, you see, this is platform dependent. Java is not platform dependent. Why Java is not platform dependent? I will cover it in another 2 days when I will start with Java. Okay, this one is direct. Here it is code. Execution is direct. Here direct, it is executed by JVM. Remember that which all I am not telling, I will be covering in the beginning of Java. JVM is Java Virtual Machine, which is actually converting the .class file to .exe file. I'll come up with that. This is top-down approach. These 2 are bottom-up approach. What is called bottom-up approach, you will be seeing in another 5-10 minutes. Okay, here file generation is exe, here it is .class file. Okay, support header, these all much you cannot understand. Okay, number of keywords, you can just have a guess of keywords. 32, here 63, here 50. Okay, I would like to tell you, remember some keywords of Java, remember some specific keywords of C++. Okay, see, C keywords you all will be knowing, that if, int, float, all those things, these all are included in C++ also. But C++ is having some added keywords. You can see 32 has become 63. So when in interview they will be asking you what is C++ keywords, you must not tell integer, float and all. It will be good if you don't tell. You should tell which are specific to C++. Similarly for Java. Okay. Next is inheritance. Inheritance is a property, like if father smokes, son also will smoke usually, because son will be seeing father smoking. You should not do if your father is doing, but still I am telling you, if your mother is a good cook, usually daughter or son will become a good cook. That is called inheritance. You have inherited the existing property. You have inherited your existing property to parents, from parents. So this feature is not available in C, but it is available in C++ and Java. except in Java, multiple inheritance is one thing which is not supported. Okay, remaining all features, all kind of inheritance is supported by Java. Any other important thing if I feel? Okay, this is something you need to remember. Pointer is supported. There is no pointer. And go to statement, you know I have not done. Go to means you need to give a level go to. You want me to explain go to? All of you are aware of C go to. Nobody will ask, but go to, all of you are aware?
No, ma'am.
No.
Please,
Okay. So
one time.
quickly let us shift the screen. I have not made any slide for that. Okay, not made any slide for that. You just check, because it didn't come to my mind that go to will come to it came out of my mouth only. Let's say you are in one line. Okay, you have done I equals to 5. Okay, then you have written go to L2. Microprocessor program you might have done, and you might have seen this. Now you have 5, you have, let's say, j equals to 5, j equals to I plus 1, and dot dot dot. Now you have a level in your program, that is L2. How to give level? Usually in assembly language program it will be used, and basic Fortran, that kind of program it will be used. C also go to is available, but nowadays we are not using. So let's say here it is written that P equals to 5 and P equals to I plus P. So what will happen? C is a top-down approach. As of now, we all know C is a top-down approach. Top-down approach is what? From top it will start sequential execution. One by one, line wise it will move. But when you are writing go to L2, what will happen? Control will be moved from this place to this place. Okay, these all lines will not be executed. Okay, so in C or Fortran or basic or assembly level language, if you want to, because base of the C is assembly language, so C has inherited some characteristics of assembly language which C++ and Java does not have. But in interview I have seen the questions, what are the at least mentioned 2 features which is not used in Java and used in C++. Okay, there are many features, but still there are pointer is one thing which is not used in Java, and go to is one thing which is not used in C++ also and Java also. Okay, C++ also and Java also. So what will happen? Control will move here. So P equals to 5 will be done. P equals to 5, 1 I plus 5 will be done. Okay. Now let's say this is the starting of your main. This is the starting of your main, and there are something I'm not writing. This is the ending of your main. Okay. Control is shifted here. This is end of the main. Program will be terminated. You won't be able to come back until and unless again you are writing go to L1, and you are leveling it as L1. You won't be able to come back. Now coming to the point, so more if we tell, more will be discussion will be extended more. Where is the difference between function and go to then? Where is the difference? Difference between function and go to is, function is defined in stdio.h in such a way that after execution of function, control will be returned to the function point. But in go to, sequential execution will be stopped. Execution will be branched to the address like where L2 is written. If you don't have another go to take the control back, you won't be able to go back. Okay, so difference between function and go to is, for go to function will be branched, for function also control will be branched. For function also control will be branched, but function will automatically take the control back. Even though the function return type is void, it will take the return value null to the calling point. But in the case of go to, until and unless you are writing go to and you are redirecting your control to this point, control will be here only. Till this line means control will be here only. If this is not there, main will be executed, and these few lines of code will not be executed. Is it clear? Go to statement.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
let me stop the screen. Okay. It's very simple, but only thing is, there are very simple thing after we know, but if we should not be not known. You remember one thing, when you are covering C, if in the time of interview, when you are, I told you I will give a dialogue for 5 to 10 minutes. So 2 minutes, let me tell. When you are going for interview and you don't know that you are telling I don't know, that carries some bad impression. Okay, so if you are thinking that you will prepare only C and go, okay, go with that. Especially for the students I am telling who are other than CSC. For CSC only C may not be sufficient. One object oriented you must be knowing, either Java or Python or like C++. Anyone you will be knowing. But when you think you know, you must get to know what are the features. They will never ask you to execute, but they will ask you the question. You should not be a blank person about any of the feature in C. Okay. Don't cover so many things half of knowing. Cover fully, then shift to next one. That is one thing. Second thing is, if you don't know the question answer, you just bravely handle it. You say, sir or ma'am, sir, I was knowing it, but as of now I could not able to brush up, so I am not able to remember this at present. Please pardon me. Okay. When your interview is bad, you would have answered, I'm praying all of you should get placed, but I'm just telling how to handle. When you could have answered 5 questions among 10. So there is no possibility to get job. At the end, first of all, don't get nervous. Okay. You just, at the end, you just tell, sir, I have so much of interest for your company and for the work you are doing. When you will go for interview, you must be knowing what kind of work they are doing through friends, through internet. Okay, must be doing. Sir, I have so much of interest in coding. If opportunity is given to me, I will do justice, sir. I'm sorry for not able to tell some question and some answers. I'm sorry for it. Sometimes, nobody will be expecting you to answer 10 on 10. Okay, it is not your multiple choice question asked in class. But your behavior, your attitude, your inner knowledge, your inner confidence, that is important. Nobody is going to justify you for the 10 questions. Okay, it is impossible. If you are taking me to interview, I may not be able to answer one question also, but that doesn't mean that I don't know anything. Okay, so that thing should be there. One more preparatory thing I will tell: don't study so much in the previous night. Go fresh, well dress up, comb your hair properly, well dressed, go well dressed. Girls don't wear any stylish dresses and all. Sober dress, white color or something printed on white, especially white or very light colored dresses, so that you should not look so gorgeous. Okay, don't no makeup, no additional thing, but you should feel that you should be fresh. When you sit in front, before you go for interview, see your face and eyes in mirror. Okay, how is your eyes, whether it is impressive, whether it has the language that yes, I can do anything. Yes, I can do anything, but that should be very polite. You should not be overconfident, like yes, I know anything, you give me, maybe I don't know this, I know everything. That should never happen. Yes, sir, you should show your confidence in your eyes. Never ever get nervous. This is not end of our life. If not this, I have one more option. But you should be satisfied with your interview. If they are not satisfied, we can't do anything. You should be satisfied. And in one interview, if you give with satisfaction, second interview, you may get success. Okay. So your eye expression, your body language, you should be very important. When you are entering, say very good morning, very good evening to everyone, sir or sir. And if ma'am is there, don't say only sir. Stand there. If they are asking you to sit straight always. Hand should not be here and there. Head should be on your lap. When you are coming inside, you should have a pen. Either you will be holding or you can put it in your pocket or somewhere. Okay. So when they will ask you to sit, only you should sit straight, and don't show anything like you are getting irritated, you are getting nervous, something head this side, that side. No, never ever. Okay, because only thing they will justify is your confidence and how much you can express in your eyes that you have. Eyes is the main thing. What I am missing in this program is your eyes. I cannot see, I cannot understand your understanding. Only I am dependent on chat box, which is just the worst part of online thing. Okay, we can't see each other. Okay, so they will be seeing your eyes, they can make out even if you are telling I know this, but that expression is not coming to your eyes. Your eyes are telling no, I don't know, but simply you are telling you know. Okay, so that thing should never happen. Okay, take everything positively in life, be thorough with one subject, but you should be the master of this subject. If your target is Google, you just think, you don't think ma'am is telling something sky high ambition. No, never. Who knows where is our future? Nobody knows where is our future. I was last 15 years I was in Bangalore. I never knew that I will come back here. So our future we can never ever predict. Okay, I thought of going for company initially. I have got in TCS, all those things live, but it was my my ambition was to become a teacher. So I became. Now I might be having repercussion that I would have gone to company, because money matters in life, correct? So sometimes for the sake of money we will be changing our passion, we will be going, but sometimes this is important also, because money is a major thing in life. Okay, so what I am thinking at this stage, what you are thinking, it is necessary that it should be correct, it should not be wrong. You think about money because money works in life everywhere. Okay, if you don't have so much of money, then also your life will not be that much secured. Okay, so remember all those things. And because I'm starting C++ and Java object oriented thing, I thought before that just 5 minutes, maybe I don't know how much time I have taken. Yes, 36 to 44 minutes I have taken. Okay, now come back. So see here, exception handling is another feature. Just come back here, come back to pointer we told. Now allocation. Okay, you have used calloc malloc. Here you can use new and delete for. This is also very important point you need to remember. You have used calloc and malloc functions in C, not you don't have it in C++. C++, it is C++. You have garbage collector for deletion of object and finding out whether the object is having any use or not. Now calloc malloc, when it came to the picture, all of you are aware of calloc malloc. Other than CSC,
yes,
all of you are yes. So I will tell you malloc, calloc is just verbally one line. I will tell you. I will not go into details. If time is there, I feel instead of doing C++ and Java, we should spend more and more time for C. I will be taking your feedback. So data structure, some part I may cover, like linked list, some part. But as of now, I am leaving because I have to switch to C++ now. Okay, so I want to know in your chat box whether data structure part also, like just basic structure like stack, linked list you want to cover, even though I have not kept in the this thing. So after doing Java, if I have time, I may go for it. Okay, so you see here template is one thing. See, why comparative study is important, because see, template is not supported by C, not supported by Java. So this is a unique feature which is supported by only C++. So they may ask you, name one feature which is not supported by C, not supported by Java. See, till now what all we have got is at least common for 2. Okay, at least common for 2. It is not like common for 2 only, one is odd one, but in this case C++ is the odd one. Okay, which Java which is supported by only C++, not supported by Java and C. Okay, now destructor in C, no constructor, destructor. C++ destruct constructor is supported. In Java it is not supported. Okay, now multi-threading, not supported and supported. Database connectivity is one important thing. Database connectivity, all will be knowing that Java Oracle connectivity is possible. You are designing your database, and in this database, like railway reservation system, you are giving your data when you want to book your ticket. So they will be storing you the name of the trains. Okay, they will be then you will be giving which train you want to book. Okay, so that platform what you are seeing where you are entering can be designed by Java Swing, advanced Java. Okay, and backend there will be connectivity of database. Why database? Because whatever information you are giving, that must be stored. Otherwise you will tell I want in this train, and tomorrow when you open you will see that this data is lost and you don't have any reservation only. So Java will be used for creating the front end. Okay, and backend will be Oracle or some other database. Okay, storage class is not supported by Java. Okay, now I will immediately move to the class. I will immediately move to C++. First I will start with a hands-on program, because if I don't tell for time problem, I am directly starting with this. If necessary, I will be taking hand, I will write, and I will be showing you if there is some confusion. Okay, please feel free to talk. See here, you are creating a class. What is a class? Class is just like a structure. Okay, class is what? Class is just like a structure. Okay, what is the difference between class and structure? What is the difference between class and structure? See here, one second. See here, this is class. You assume it as of now, it is a structure. I have 3 variables declared. What is the meaning of public? Public means these variables are accessible from this class. As of now, you remember. Okay, and it is accessible from, you can see down, main function is there. Okay, so it is accessible from main function also. So in the variable declaration part, I have one first difference from C structure and C++ class. What is that difference? That difference is you have a public section here. The question is, if you are not writing public, what will happen? It will be by default taken as private, and it will not be accessible from outside the class. So from main you cannot access the variable length, breadth and height. Whether this much what I told verbally is understandable? It is public. These all variables are declared in the public section, length, breadth and height. So length, breadth, height will be accessible from main. Okay, it will be accessible from main. But if it is private, as of now you remember this much, if I am not giving any access specifier, this is called access specifier. There are 3 types of access specifier in C++. One is private, one is public, one is protected. Okay, we will be coming to the details of this in inheritance part, but as of now you must know that it is public, so it is accessible by main. Okay, if you don't write, it will be private, won't be accessible by 3 variables you have declared. Now you see the difference between a class and a structure. What I was telling just now is structure. In a structure you will be having all the data types declared but not function. Okay, so class is introduced to introduce the functionality over C++ structure, which is a function. You can see I have a function declared inside the class. is a very basic thing. Maybe to the end of the day I will tell you, or maybe tomorrow. I have closed it only for that sake, because this much will not be understandable, because you know, so obviously your eyes has gone to that side. Okay, so as
Ma'am?
of now you see that hash into tell me.
Ma'am, we can use public class void main this function here. Public class void main for this function we can use this.
You can use, but it is not necessary. Class will be public. It is not necessary. Okay, you can use classroom, no problem.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, public
Okay,
is not required.
okay, ma'am.
Okay. Any other question? Don't
Ma'am,
see
if
the
we
line
use-
which I have deactivated as of now.
Ma'am,
Okay,
if
sorry,
we
one more thing,
use-
that hash include iostring.h you will be using. Okay, tell me, Kushiki.
Ma'am, ma'am, when we use the private, then what will be happen?
If you take
In-
private, what will happen is, see here, suppose if I want to assign value like this, just whichever I have deactivated as of now, I thought of not telling. Suppose I have taken a object, because I have not gone up to that, so I will be telling you shortly. Okay, better you ask how much. Just in another 5 minutes I will tell you. Just ask how much I have
Okay,
taught as of now. Okay, because I have to go to object which I have not taken.
Okay.
Joy. Joy, but remember, I will just tell in 5 minutes. Orko, Neelam, Shomodeep,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Tiyasha, Tuhin, Vivek, please unmute yourself. Shumanto, Srishti, please unmute yourself. Who is talking? May I know? Do you have any understanding problem? I'm not asking any question. I'm just asking whether you have any understanding problem. I will just quickly check once chat box. One second, sorry. Code will return area or volume. 1 second, I will check with the this. In this code we will the area and volume be printed? No, here area and volume will not be printed. Good question, Mudrisha. Till now I will be just returning the value. Double function will be just returning what Mudrisha asked is whether it is just returned or it will be printed. It will not be printed. See, I have not taken any printf step. So what I have done is I have kept the provision of printing from main function. Okay. Okay. Next. Any question you can put it in the chat box, or you can just ask me here. You can just ask me here. This class is like Java class, right, ma'am? No, it is kind of Java class, Joy, but you know why it is pure object oriented, I thought of telling afterwards, but it is in Java, class is everything. You have to take the main inside the class. Joy, you have to take main inside the class. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So okay, that is the main difference. That is called pure object orientation. Class is everything in Java. That is called pure object orientation. I told no, one by one I will clarify that difference. You must remember. You can take a snap and ask me when I will be like in the middle of Java. Okay, I will try to clarify all the things which I could not able to do because I could not finish it. Okay, so yes, sometimes you are not audible to him. Okay, no problem. Understood, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Why we can use room? Why we can use room? It is not like why we can use room. I have given a name, Shujay. I have just given a name from my mind. Okay, it is
Okay,
not
ma'am.
like
We-
I have to use room. Okay, it is the
We can
length breadth
use-
of a room I want to calculate in this program. Huh?
Okay,
So you
ma'am.
can
We
take
can
house.
use
You can take
other room. Other.
Huh?
We can
Tell me.
use any other class.
You can use any other name. Okay, name should be related to the work function. In this program, I am trying to find out the area and volume of the room, volume of a room, where the length, breadth, and height is I will be scanning, or I will be giving the value in the program. I want the program to calculate. So just I failed to give the name as room given. Okay, no other.
Okay, ma'am.
Same thing, semicolon after this. Then we'll proceed to the next code. Now int main or void main, whatever you take, first line you see. Okay, first line is what? Room 1. Room 1. What is room 1 here? Room 1 is called object of classroom. What is object of classroom? Object is nothing but structure variable. Okay, object is nothing but structure variable. So object will be having the copy of length, breadth, and height. So what will be the subject? What will be the size of small room 1? It will be 8 plus 8 plus 8. So 24. What will be the size of small room? That will be 24. Is it understandable? So room is a variable of class type which is a size of 24 bytes. Is it understandable by everyone?
Ma'am, what is room 1? Please again.
Because object is where we will be using object concept. Okay, for C++ as well as for Java. Okay, now
Okay.
coming to the next line. You can just take what Shubhajit told. C in is just like scanf in C. Okay, so for basic C++ statement, input will be taken using C in. Okay, so we are writing C in room1 dot length. How you have accessed the elements in the structure? You have just done structure variable dot structure member, same as it is object dot members. What are the member? What are the member here? Members are length, breadth, and height. Okay, so you have scanned now length, breadth, and height by writing C in room1 dot length and room1 dot breadth and height. Okay, now you are writing C out. See here, it is lesser than sign. How to remember? Like my way of remembering is from the left side of your screen something is entering, so C in will be greater than. Like you feel that something is entering to your screen from left to right. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And if the left side is your output, something is going out of the left side. So left side, if is your reference, so from something is entering is seen, through seen something is getting entered, so it will be double greater than, and something is going out, so it will be double
Ma'am,
lesser
out
than sign.
means print statement.
Koshiki?
Ma'am, out means print statement. It will print.
Print.
There is
Out
a-
means printf statement. Okay, out means printf statement. Now you see the out part. You just as it is want to print something. You wrote area of the room, you wrote volume of the room. Now again, this is one output, no %d, no comma, nothing. Syntax wise it is simple. Okay, simpler than C. Again you have given double. how many times you want something to be printed, different thing, that many times you will be giving the lesser sign, okay, for cout. So what you want to print is, you want to print calculate area, as Mautrisha asked, that where is whether it is getting printed here. No, it is not getting printed here, it is getting printed here. So calculate area and calculate volume is getting printed from here. Then we are giving end L. What is end L? You know, end L is just like \n. Okay, we want area of the room to be printed. So area of the room as it is will be printed. Then how we are printing calculate area? By using object. See, we did not had that opportunity in C. Okay, so here variables as well as functions both can be called by using the object dot function name as object dot variable name. So you have called both the functions. You have given endl to print your output in the next line. Okay, so both have got printed. Coming back to the answer of Kaushiki. Okay, if I am writing room on, Kaushiki, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Room 1 dot length equals to 42.5. If I am writing this and assigning the value, let's say I am not scanning the values, I have deactivated. What we will deactivate, we will not bother. Now in this, we just want to just first program. No, we are learner, so let us just give the value from the program itself. We don't know cin and all. Okay, so if you are doing such things, it is necessary that your room should be your variables should be present in the public section of your class. If I am mentioning this as private colon, if I omit this one, what will happen? You won't be able to give the values directly from the main. Okay, how you have to give the value is, you have to give the value of length equals to, I'm not writing completely, length equals to suppose 7, breadth equals to suppose 9, and what is there, height equals to 8. You have to give it from here. You cannot be allowed to give it from the you cannot be able to access this by using the dot operator. If it is declared as private, it will be accessible by its own member function. This is a member function of the, this is a member function of the class. So member function of the class only can assign the value of this. Okay, members can also be private. Members can also be private. Okay, but still, if I take the members also private, what will be the drawback? Drawback will be, I won't be able to access the members of the class. I won't be able to access, because with the dot operator, by using object, that is object is small room 1, and by using dot operator, you have used variables as well as you have used the functions. So these two are not possible. Then what is the use of having function? I have to call the function. I have to take the class type variable. Class type variable is nothing but called object. Okay, so I don't have any other way other than calling the structure, other than calling the this thing, other than calling the private data members. Okay, is this clear?
Yes.
Is this clear, Kaushiki?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, just like a local variable type.
Kind of local variable, you can tell, just like local variable type. So anyhow, we have gone through this, so I will just not block it. I will make it as of now private only. Okay, can you tell me one thing? Are you facing network issues because it is GoToMeeting?
Yes, ma'am. Very
Yes,
much
ma'am.
network issue, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Sometimes, ma'am, mic is not on, and I cannot.
Yes,
tell
most of the
anything.
time your voice is not audible. It's breaking because of the weak network. It's not just because of GoTo. It's because of our network is also very like weak and feeble.
I feel that you should have a strong network to be with this. I feel otherwise it is little difficult. Okay, what to do? Okay, now we'll see afterwards. Okay, now so this much is done. So if you have assigned, I don't know what all I have closed and what all I have done, whether it will be correct or not as of now. Okay, let us first execute. So that assigned value is only there. So let us execute. See here, the area of the room is coming 1309 and volume of the room is coming something. It is because I just feed the value because we were showing that with dot operator we can give the value. Okay, let us check. You know, some compiler will give the facility for something, but not all. Okay, I will just with courage I will remove this. I will make it private. Okay, let me compile. See here, I am getting 3 errors. Kaushiki, I am getting 3 errors. You know, I thought of showing you error handling in one, but that much time is not there. To create some error and correct the error is the biggest like funny thing. How the error comes, whether error will not be sometimes related to the mistake, but still error comes, and why it comes, that is a very interesting part of this thing, error handling. Okay, now as of now you see
Yes,
here why
ma'am.
3 mistakes are coming, because dot operator cannot access the private members. Okay, that is why it comes. Okay, so let us remove this, let us make it how it was, and let us activate some other space. So let us make it public. Let us remove private part, because anyhow we proved that it is not going to be possible. Okay, why to compile? I will now change this option. Okay, see, fast program, even if it takes 1 hour time, it must be understandable. Otherwise we cannot process. If one is understandable first we can go to the next program. Now let me deactivate this part. Okay, let me deactivate this part and let me activate the data part. So now what you are expecting system to ask us the values. Okay, so it will be I didn't put CLR, SCR and all, please pardon me, I am just giving values 3.0 because it is a double. Even if I am not giving a big value, because I want it to be calculated some value, I won't give something very big value. So length, suppose I have given this, and breadth I am giving 2, and height I am giving 2.0. now check with that. So what is the area? 3 into 2 6, 3 into 2 into 2, so it is coming as 12. So we could able to give the input successfully and we could able to calculate the output. Is it clear for everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Let us
Yes,
check
ma'am.
the chat box first. Let me check the chat
ma'am.
box. I just few seconds I will be checking the chat box. Okay, no question. If you have any question, take 10 seconds to write it in the chat box or unmute yourself and tell me. Understood means yes you write or no. Okay, 10 second is not over. I am counting. 9 second, 1 more second. Okay, So, 1 second. Now, let me close the chat box. Okay. So, now we will try to go to the next question. Next one, I don't know whether it will be understandable or not. I will first move to it and then I will tell you. Okay. See whether it is understandable or not. See here, I could have done so many using this, but because of time's sake, I have spent more time for one program, but still. Okay. See here what is the program. Okay. In this program, what we are doing is we have taken a class. We have in public section we have taken care one name we have given. Okay. And we have taken one ID. Okay. Now we have taken one function here. We have taken another function. We have written the body of the function, that is cout geek ID is ID. But where is the function body of this program? I have not given function body. Where it is? Where it is? I have not given it. Why? I missed to give it? No, we didn't miss to give it. We have given it. We have given it void geeks print name. How we have given? We have used one operator. What is that operator name? That operator is called scope resolution operator. What it is called? Scope resolution operator. What is scope resolution operator? Scope obviously it gives some resolution about the scope, some solution. Resolution means what? Some kind of solution about the scope. You have studied about the scope. See here, where is the difference between this program with the previous program? In previous program, we have given the body of the function here. But in this program, we have not given the body. Can you remember just now? We have given the body of both the functions inside the class. Okay, one is probably for calculating area. One is for, we wrote just return area. This and this, return this into this, and another function was return x into y into z. Okay, but in this case both the functions are not, body of the both function is not present inside. So what will happen in this case? What will happen in this case? I have to give the body of the function. I cannot keep it just declared. Okay, so whether we have any provision of declaring the function body, writing the function body outside the class. See, class ends here. Class ends here. This is the end of class. So whether scope to declare the function outside the class? Yes, I have. By using this statement. Let's see what this statement means. Print name is the function name which is having the scope of class geeks. What is the class name? Class name is geek. So the function is having the scope, print name function which is not defined here, not body is mentioned here, that has the scope of class geek. What is the return type of the function? It is void. So here what void I have mentioned is not for class. It is a return type of the function print name. So print name and void both are related. You can see here it is void print name, and you can even see here it is void print name. Okay. Now extra thing is what? Geeks scope resolution. So it means what? Print name is having the scope of geek class. Okay. Now I have given the body of the function. It is just like cout geek name is, you are printing the name. Okay. Now as usual we have started with the main. We have taken the, okay, as of now you tell me this much is clear or not. This much is clear or not?
Clear.
Okay, only instead of Right. Tell me, Koshiki.
मैम void print name और मैम parenthesis और semicolon मैम means function call.
I didn't understand. Once again, you tell me, Koshiki.
मैम void print name मैम parenthesis है मैम it means function call.
No. It does not mean function call. According to the rule, we are supposed to write the function body inside the class. It is not rule. It can be done. Like, see, this is the function body of print ID function, Koshiki.
Yes,
This is the
ma'am,
body.
Yes, ma'am.
I have written here the function declaration and I have
Value.
tried to brackets. But here where it is?
Yes, ma'am.
Here I have not done that. Okay. Body of the function of void print name is not here. Whereas see, this is the body of the function print ID. Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
how to give body of a function outside the class? Okay. You are not calling anything.
Okay.
Till now when your program is, you have not called anything. First call will happen similarly like structure. When you are creating the object of the class, like variable of the class, then only memory will be allocated. Similar to structure. When you are creating your first variable of class type, that is called object. Okay. So at that moment for object, memory will be allocated, and memory is for what? Memory is for what are the members? Geek name, 1 10 elements character array and 1 ID. So 10 into 1 and 4 byte. But this one is only for the writing the body of the function. As it is outside the class, so we are using class name and scope resolution operator to tell to the compiler that print name is a function which is declared inside the class, taking the scope of class geek, but it is not written. Body of the function is not written inside the function. Okay, it is written outside the function, outside the class. Priyobruto,
Okay, ma'am.
are you there? Koshiki, did you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone from mechanical or electrical, can you please tell me whether you have understood? Anyone from ECE, can you tell me whether you have understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone from Nilam, you are from?
Ma'am, I'm from ECE.
Okay. Anyone from CSC? Anyone from CSC who is not at all knowing C++? Who is not at all knowing C++? I just want answer from them.
Ma'am, I don't
Shayantika? You don't know? Okay. Whether you have understood, Shayantika?
Yes, ma'am, I understood.
Okay. So now coming to main, you have taken an object of the class, means you have created a variable for the class. obj1 is what? What is the size? 10 plus 4, 14. One integer, if you are taking 2, then 10 plus 2, 12 byte. Okay. Now you are copying the name. Again you are calling the through obj, you are just giving the value to the character array. What value you are copying? You are just copying, how I told last day, string copy is a function which will copy the right side string to left side. Okay, so it will be copied. Okay, and obj1.id, so in the id part it will be copied. It is just memory allocation is just like a structure. Okay, 2 byte is for id and 10 byte is for character name. 10 elements array for character name. So no overlapping. Union should not come to our mind now. 2 separate memory is there. So 2 separate thing will be stored separately. Okay. So now you are calling the functions one by one. obj1 dot print name, then cout endl, it is just for giving a new line, and you are calling lastly obj1 dot print id. Okay, so these are the two functions you are calling. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So okay, let me go for another 5 minutes, then I will take feedback. Okay, come back to this, come back to the constructor. Okay, I will just start with constructor, and I will give you some time to study about constructor today, so that tomorrow when we will execute, or if you feel no need of execution, 2 programs you have executed, no problem, but you must be clear with that, because I know so much time goes for execution. Okay, constructor. What is a constructor? Constructor is a special function, special member function. Constructor is what? It is a special type of class function. Till now we had print something, what name of function we have taken? Suppose calculate area, calculate volume. Similarly, this is also one type of function only, constructor. But maybe that much time is not there. I will first show you the code, then I will go for the properties. See here I have taken a function. What is the function name? I have defined the body of the function also. This is the body of the function. This is BODY. This is body of the function. Okay. Now, can you tell me, there is some speciality in this? It is a function. Where is the speciality?
Ma'am, name of the constant
Where
is
is
same
the
to the class
speciality?
name, ma'am.
Yes. Constructor is a member function of the class, but speciality of the constructor is constructor will be having the same name as constructor will be having same name as class name. Name of the class is A, and the name of the function is also A. Why it is used, you know? It is used for object initialization. I will draw tomorrow, and I will explain the inner details, that concept, but I was feeling somewhat like I am unable to cover. So here what you can do is, you can just write x equals to 0. What is the size of your object? Can you tell me? What is the subject of your size of your object here? Object size is nothing but the total size of the variables declared. What is the size if you take integer size? So it
2
will
bytes,
be
ma'am.
2. So here object, when you will be taking one object, how you will take object? A, let's say P is the object. So how will be P? P will be nothing but a memory. Okay, when you are writing x equals to 0, like when you are calling the object, like you are taking the variable of this type, till now no memory is allocated until and unless from main you are creating one object. Okay, so whenever this step has happened, like P is the object you have written, what will happen? P means what? P means nothing but x, because there is only one variable inside the class A. Okay, if I would have had another integer, let's say y, then P would have been the combination of x and y. That is the structure of the object. But when this allocation happens, not after writing class, it happens when from main object will be declared. At that time this allocation happens. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you see here, similarly, maybe points I could not be able to cover today. Similarly, when it is a class, okay, it is a class and I have taken a constructor, but constructor I have not defined. Body I have not written, means I have not given bracket and not written what it is actually, what I want to do inside this function. I have not done that. So what I have to do, see here, I have to use scope resolution operator. Here A is the function. Here it is a special function called constructor. Scope resolution preceded by A. A is what? Class. So what is the syntax? Return type of the function, return type of the, return type of the function should be here. Then return type of the function, I am just writing R, then class name, then scope resolution, then A. Okay, so return type I have not written. Why I have not written return type? Because constructor does not have any return type. You don't need to write any return type for constructor. Then the question is, then what it is? Is it integer because I have not written? Is it something else? No. Constructor is used to only initialize the object. Initialize the object means if you have not given any value in the body of constructor, then also when you are writing AP, a zero value would have assigned to X and Y. Okay, that is the work function of the constructor. If you are explicitly writing X equals to 1 and suppose you have Y also, you are writing Y equals to 3, then what would have happened? Here 1 1 and here 1 3 would have written. Okay, so this part I cannot do so first. We will be coming to the part in the next session on Monday. Okay. Okay, now first you give your understanding. 3 more minutes. Give your understanding and a small feedback for the session. C++, almost 90% of you are not knowing. So whether you have understood the 2 programs what we have done today. Scope resolution, normal function inside the class, whether you have understood. Take half minute to give 1 line feedback, please. All of you, my dear students, take 1 line, 1 minute or half minute to give your feedback fast.
ম্যাম এটা অনেকটা জাভার মতো না?
হ্যাঁ, almost like Java, but the structure wise main difference is in Java you can create objects inside the class itself. We have, yes, you have main inside the class, but here you have main outside the class. You have to declare the object outside the class. Okay, and one more thing is, okay, Debarko, 1 second. Let me check once and then I will be talking to you. Okay, Debarko, thank you so much. Ayush, thank you so much. Prantik, it's very important for me to see your feedback. Okay, Shantika, thank you so much. Please don't write yes, write 1 line for me. Okay. Even you know one thing, when Gayatri, thank you. Even when you are going for interview, if believe me or not, if this much concept you have and you go with that, you can tell something, I know. Okay, so here you are not depending on C++ and going for interview, but still saying no and saying yes, there will be hell and heaven difference. But which is yes for you? 1, 2, 3 subjects should be perfect. Okay, this can be a additional subject which will improve your impression in front of them. Okay, Aluka, understood, thank you. Promit, thank you. Obhiman, Otonu, thank you. Thank you so much. Sujoy, thank you so much. Shamapti, thank you so much. Shubhojit, thank you so much. Kaushiki, thank you so much. Java, Kaushiki, something you wrote about Java and Java. This is very helpful for me. Yeah, basic part only I will do because you can understand in 2-3 days. See, you know, still see, I took 4 days. Even I could not able to complete so many things. Okay, so it's not possible, I know, but still. Okay. Priyobroto, thank you so much. Indrani, thank you so much. Kushiki, thank you so much. Vishwajit, thank you so much. Kuhin, Shaurabh, Deep, Megdeep, thank you so much. Priti Ruj, thank you so much. Priti Ruj, Vishwatitas, thank you so much. Okay, any more? Any more? I want few words. If you cannot write one line, few words from all of you. Okay, after that you may leave. Or if you have any question, I will be connected. Another 15 minutes. I don't have any problem in being connected. You can just ask me the questions. Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Huh. Tell me,
Ma'am,
Shamati.
please this part repeat again because my network issue. So I will leave this meeting.
Okay. Which part, Shamati?
Class A and
programs have you seen?
Yes, ma'am.
This present slide you are talking about? This present slide you are telling or previous program?
Yes, ma'am. This
one, Shamapti, this one?
First, ma'am, class A, public integer.
Okay. Fine. See, I have a class A. If someone is having a doubt, can be connected for another 15-20 minutes according to this, or if you don't have your wish, you can be. Okay, so see here, we have taken a class A. Inside that, I have a public data member that is int x. Okay, now this is called constructor. What is constructor? Constructor is a function, normal member function. How you have taken that calculate volume, calculate area, like that one function. But it does not have any other purpose like to calculate area or calculate some other thing. It has the purpose of only initialization of object. So what is your body default? I have only one variable here. So its purpose is to just initialize one value. So if you are not providing anything, it will be initializing 0 to x. Or if you are providing, suppose the value 101. So it will be initializing 101 to x. But this will not happen now. In the main function, when you will be creating the object of the class. Object of the class means this is the class name. Then let's say object name is Q. Okay. So when you are creating object of class A, it means what? It has only one data type. So if class has only one data type, it means what? The object also will be having the size. Object name is Q. So how much memory will be allocated? If integer is 2 byte, only 2 byte of memory will be allocated. Okay. So that memory is for what? That memory is for X. That memory is for X. So because Q can combine many variables, but here I have only one variable. So what is X? That is only Q. You have to declare Q, then only memory will be allocated, and here only one variable is there. Okay, so memory will be equals to X. Okay, Ankita, class will be conducted tomorrow, day after tomorrow also. Okay, that session is like now surprise. I don't want to disclose. Tomorrow also you will be having session. Okay, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, all the day you will be having session except 16th. Okay, So be connected. Okay. Now, so this is this one. Have you understood, Shomapti, or else I will just rub it once again and I will tell you once again.
Yes, ma'am. I understood.
Shomapti? Okay. So if we had another integer in the int and I had y. Okay, int y. So your constructor would have assigned the 0 value if it is not given, just body is empty. So it would have assigned the y value also 0, or if you want to assign 10 for y, then 10. In this case, when you are declaring the object, you are just creating the memory for the first time. Q is your object. Now Q is not x. Q is combination of x and y. Memory I am not drawing, like you just think this is 2 byte and this is 2 byte. Okay. So if nothing is there, if there is nothing, so what will happen? Both will be assigned a 0 value. These also 0 value. This also 0 value. But if you are giving here x equals to 101, so in this case it would have assigned as 101. Okay. In this case y is 10, so it would have assigned y value equals to 10. Okay. Similarly, if you want to declare constructor only here, no body here, outside the class if you want to write the body, so how you will do? Using scope resolution operator. How I told, this is the function name, this is the class name, and this is scope resolution operator to mean that this function is belonging to class A. But there is no return type. There is no return type means why it is there is no return type here, even no return type, because constructor does not have any return type. Okay, constructor does not return any value. Then for what sake it is a function? Its work only is to assign the value for the whatever variables you have. Okay, it has only work that is to assign the value, no return, nothing. So constructor will not be having any return value. Okay, so you don't need to mention any return type, class name, scope resolution, and function name. Okay, Shomapti?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you so much. Any other doubt?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
I will be waiting for you. Thank you so much, Shomapti. Shubhajit, thank you so much. It is very precious for me that every day, whichever code I will teach, you will be making a feedback with the help of last day structure, then previous to that pointer, then loop you have made. It's very precious for me. Every day, all of your feedback is really very precious for me. I'm very happy that all of you have understood and taken the whatever hard work I'm putting, you have taken it very positively. I'm very thankful to all of you. Okay, please feel free, don't hesitate to ask any question. Okay, thank you so much. Any other question?
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Shubhajit, actually namespace I have not told because there will be lot of confusion. It is the first day. Okay, and time will go. I wanted to cover at least up to constructor somehow. Otherwise it will be delayed. So that is why I will be telling you tomorrow. Okay, there will be lot of questions. It is
Okay,
different. Okay. Thank you so much. Promit, Neelam. Thank you, Shujoy. Thank you so much, Shujoy. Thank you, Arindam. Have you understood everything, Arindam? Today, sorry, I could not take your name. Okay, thank you so much, Arindam. Yes, Shujoy. Yes, Shujoy. All of you will be having a successful life. I will always pray to God. Yeah, that is what I cannot jump or I cannot be so faster, because everybody should understand. If out of 10 concepts we can cover 8, that is fine, but it should be understandable by all of you. Thank you so much, Shujoy, Arindam. Thank you, Promit. Thank you so much, Promit. Thank you, Polurima. Thank you. I will try to always make it very simple, but sometimes if I could not make you understand, please feel free to talk to me regarding that. Okay? One line is also not understandable. Please feel free to talk.